catching a fish, glass out, calls for one shower. We are chasing the wild, and our sailboat is the ticket to the untamed unknown that we crave to discover. We are in a captivating corner of the world, the Kimberley, a land of breathtaking contrasts. It's a place where the spirit of the wild is alive and thriving. Join us this week as we navigate these largely uncharted waters, finding joy in the simplicity of living on the ocean and all the things we discover along the way.
Crazy, eh? Oh, yeah. Okay, that one was gritty. That was weird. I'm tired this morning. Let's go do it. She do it.
We've awoken at Freshwater Bay, and boy, does it have fresh water. It has such a beautiful waterfall. However, we must keep pressing on to find more waterfalls, more things, and make miles. So today is the day we are going to keep pressing on, and we've got to just keep putting these miles under our belt as much as we can. So that's what we're doing. The rest of our journey around Australia awaits us. Give or take about 4,500 nautical miles. And the days and weeks are quickly ticking by, meaning there is an ever-increasing likelihood that we will come face to face with the prevailing southerly winds of the southwestern coast. So although we're trying to soak up every ounce of wilderness that is here in the Kimberley, in the back of our heads is the pressure to keep Nakama moving and making good miles. We've been finding that it's really hard to make miles here.
The coastline's like jagged teeth of river systems, and you have to give everything a really wide berth because everything's unsurveyed. So today I think as the crow flies, we're going to be, at the moment we're motor sailing, but we're going to be out here for the better part of the day. And I think as the crow flies, we're going 1.6 miles.
No, 6 miles.
6 miles, sorry. So like we could fly the drone as far as we're going today without having to change the battery or whatever. But we're just going out around a headland, giving some uncharted reef a wide berth and then coming into another place. So like, yeah, you can see why people say that they can spend the whole season just in the Kimberley and still not see it all. Like, there's a lot of nooks and crannies to explore, so you have to pick your battles and explore what you can, well, if you're on a time schedule like us. But yeah, making ground's a funny thing, hey? It'd be like, it looks like a backgammon board, that's the way to describe it. So you're not moving that way, you gotta go all the way down the things. I don't even know how to play backgammon, but if you do, that's what it's like.
Engine is going off. That's the best sound in the world. Now we are sailing. This feels lovely. A couple of degrees off course though, which is a bit of a bummer, but you know, lovely.
I'm cooking the slim special, call it butchered eggs. I like to actually think of myself as a relatively good cook, but for some reason this trip when we're underway, I'd like to say 80%, but I reckon 90% of the eggs I've cooked have just been butchered. And I've butchered them again this morning. I call it scram fry. You're frying them, you forget about them, they sort of burn and half move, so then you try and scramble them. You order it in a restaurant, be like, oh, can I get them scram fried? Halfway between scramble and a fry. We're going really nice now. It's a good fish catching speed. 5.5 knots. Little mackerel or tuna is what we're going for today. I don't know if we're in tuna country, but we'd give it a whirl. Trusty redhead out there. Redheads will get the job done, you know? Just don't ask them to cook you eggs. I'm wearing my clean clothes that we just had washed in the nice fresh water. Day one, I thought I'd put on everything clean. And then I pulled up the anchor. It's muddy. It's so muddy I can really hold it. This is what it is, I guess. Getting that 360 shot.
This camera is the best for sailing. It captures so many angles of action. Stick it up here, get something up there.
Yeah, get the full scene.
You know, you'll get something.
It'll get something, see, that's the thing, it'll get something, see. You don't know.
We're super stoked to be partnered with Insta360. Having this little magic camera on the end of an invisible stick was a welcome addition to our collection of film gear. While sailing, it's sometimes not so ideal flying the drone. However, this camera reaches that extra length, and its 360-degree lens enables us to effortlessly capture the boat almost as if you're flying along next to it. The shots really just speak for themselves, and we couldn't be any more impressed with how such a little camera can get such big shots. It's like having a handheld drone. And best of all, it captures these shots. So if you're interested in capturing every angle of action, by using our promotional link in the description below, Insta360 will throw in some free accessories for you. And you'll also be supporting the channel as we get a bit of a kickback from any purchase, which helps us to keep creating. This is our dilemma, and what has been our dilemma for, since we've been in the Kimberleys now. We have 3 miles, only 3 miles until we are changing course once again. The wind is absolutely dead square behind us. Now this is the dilemma. Do we just run with the main because it's only 3 miles? Or do we try and set up and goose wing, but only for 3 miles until probably we'll drive. We're still doing 5 knots. I think we'll just run like this with just the main for 3 miles and then we'll probably be driving. Gosh. For the non-sailors, the deeper you go downwind, meaning the more you put the wind from your aft quarter to running directly up your bum, the more the mainsail will shield your head sail from said wind, deeming it merely a soggy piece of cloth flying loosely off your forestay. Thus, the theory of goose winging, to please both sails with their share of wind. We weren't going to set up the pole just for 3 miles, so we experimented without the pole, but to no avail. And that's exactly what happens when you don't have a pole out.
Getting a little bit steeper, isn't it?
Nicer?
Better, eh?
We're sailing now. Innocently brushing my teeth, I noticed something lurking in the water. Not sure if it's a Kimberley shifting rock or a croc. I quickly grabbed the tiller to steer away from what turned out to be the better part of a tree.
Well spotted, that would have hurt.
The countless rivers and intense seasonal rainfall ensure that there's a healthy population of ghost logs floating around these waters.
That would have hurt.
It's just another reason why you have to keep your eyes peeled at all times out here.
That was a big log. You don't want to, yeah, that wouldn't have been good to hit. Soap was really lucky to spot that then. Nice one. Yeah, and that wouldn't have been fun.
We will call Parry Harbour home for just one night before we lift anchor again in the morning to continue our quest of putting miles under the keel. Good morning.
Love the sound of a diesel engine in the morning.
Love the sound of a diesel engine in the morning. Another day, a couple more miles.
We're actually
Skin
gonna
to
make
it.
some miles today.
Another day, a couple more miles. This time in an actual ground-making direction. I think I said to you guys that we are struggling to make miles in a forward direction. We're doing lots of miles in and out and in and out, but not actually making ground in a forward direction. So today is in a forward direction, which we're super excited about.
Sausage pancakes.
It's a blueberry and banana pancake type of day.
Yes.
All of our meals are determined by what needs to be eaten first. So pancakes are the perfect excuse to make sure our now brown and mushy bananas don't go to waste.
Thank you.
That's okay. We are still motor sailing along. We were hoping to turn off the engine, but we're only just making 5 knots. We have a bit of a time frame today to get through another little passage that of course is tidal dependent, and we hope to catch the tide through it. We can't forget about the tides here in the Kimberley. It's another huge factor that makes this area so intriguing, yet a bit challenging to traverse through. We are slowly making our way into the central Kimberley now, and as we get further and further west, the bigger the tidal range is getting. It's almost like a warm-up for the monster tides of 10 meters we'll soon be encountering. If it's against us, obviously we probably won't be able to get through. So, yeah.
Waiting on a fish.
The wind has dropped off even more. However, it is just absolutely stunning. Yeah, we're just cruising between these islands and it's honestly, we weren't expecting this at all, I don't think. It's just beautiful out here today.
We have a fish on the trusty hand line. Let's see what it is. I haven't caught a fish on the trusty hand line in a while. No, we're still on. Once this comes up.
Whoa! It looks smaller than we're used to at the moment.
He is heavy. I wonder how many kilos he is. Yeah, it's a little spotted mackerel.
Oh yeah.
It's a good size for a spotted mackerel.
Oh, can't watch. Can't watch. It always happens at once. We're just cruising on by these islands. Man, oh man, it's actually just completely glassed out now, and it is beautiful here. Wow, it's absolutely stunning. Days like these cement how lucky we are to be living out here. Living with only what we need and catching the odd fish here or there, surrounded by the vastness of the sea, with a few islands sprinkled in between, brings a profound sense of fulfillment. It's a reminder that sometimes less is truly more.
Chili, can you smell the fish? Can you smell the fish?
Plenty of room. WA, I think they manage their fisheries really well. You have to have a license for all different categories of things and stuff, but the size limits are different to what we've been used to back in Queensland. They're a bit bigger, to be honest, so you just got to be careful with what you're taking. And fisheries here, you see them everywhere, they're really active. They'll come aboard, they'll check, they'll go into your freezer. You have to leave the skin on your catch. You used to have to actually, depending on the size of your fish, keep your fillets to a certain size, like 30 centimeter fillets. And I'm like, that would be annoying for small fridges and stuff like us, but now you just have to leave your skin on, so if they come aboard they can identify what you've been catching and how much. I don't know, like, it's good, keeps the fish stocks healthy. I mean, we haven't had trouble catching fish up here, so
Yeah, exactly.
it seems to be working. So this one's 74 centimeters, the limit was 50, so we got like 25, like almost a foot to play with, really. So pretty good catch. I reckon it'll taste great. We haven't had sushi yet this trip, we lived off it last year, so I'd actually be pretty keen on some sushi.
I reckon. Sushi night.
Sushi night. Sushi night! We'll get them filleted up then, eh?
Good job, babe. That's a nice fillet. And you did a great job of that.
These can be the chili fillets.
Catching a fish, glass out, calls for one shower. We haven't had a saltwater shower yet on this trip. It's only been fresh, but we'll have a saltwater bucket shower.
Feels pretty fresh, pretty good. Pretty happy with like a glass out of fish and a shower. Hopefully we got a good anchorage tonight. There's a strange square rock, and if it didn't look just exactly like a rock, you would swear, and you still kind of do, that it was like man-made, like a bunker or something.
Like a hut.
Yeah, but it's a rock. It's just a really weirdly square-shaped rock.
Showers feel good, the fish is in the fridge. We're coming up on this next passage, and Slim's cooking up some quesadillas, so couldn't ask for a better day, I don't think.
Hey, this is sick. What a good day.
We've popped through the maze of islands into a kaleidoscope of colours. We're surrounded by red cliffs, topped with vibrant green shrubbery, contrasted by the electric blue ocean. Wow.
Crazy, eh?
This is all soundtracked by the roaring drumbeat of waves pounding the reef. Look at that! Oh, it's like a proper break over there.
That's 30 to set. Gonna go get us an appetizer to go with that mackerel.
Oh yeah.
Coral trout bites or something like that.
A couple of oysters maybe or something.
Yeah, we get some oysters.
Have fun. Be safe. I'm staying back to try and finish this edit I'm working on.
Alright, I pulled up on this little beach here. Thought I might try and find us some oysters for some appetizer or something like that. So to finish and edit it off for you guys while I'm doing this, so that's why she's not here. There's heaps of oysters here, but none of them really appear to be the black lip ones I'm looking for. They're like these milky ones. That might be a black lip. The black lips are really nice and they grow really big, so I'm gonna see if I can, that looks like a milky one there. See if I can find a black lip. There'll be some around here for sure, I think. Here we go. Nice little cluster of them in here. I should have brought like something a bit more sturdy. I need a little rock or something to help me get into these. Try and find a little rock. Oi, that's a big one. Okay, that one was gritty. That was weird. I should have washed it. I wasn't gonna wash it. I got a whole bunch of grit in my teeth. Get the grit off my hands this time. Alright, better luck this time. Getting the grit off my hands was definitely worth it. That was a tasty one. That was huge.
While Slim has been frolicking amongst the oysters, the sun has slowly been slipping towards the horizon, and I've prepared a little something involving that fresh fish. So I panko crumbed and fried up that mackerel that we got today and rolled it into some sushi, and I'm super excited. It's been a while since I've had sushi. This was a staple last season.
We are not going to eat all of that tonight, by the way.
Oh, speak for yourself.
That's a lot of sushi.
I'm creating a fiesta on my plate.
Right.
A little sushi party. And then a drizzle of soy sauce. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
How big the fish was? I thought you were like, it was this big.
That's damn fine sushi.
Perfect.
Alright, I'm gonna dig in.
Yeah, hook in.